So,
Okay. So I'm loving your book. I'm listening to it in the car, which is not as much as I obviously normally would, but every time I'm in the car, I'm like, play audiobooks. um, I'm learning a lot. So what I kind of think I've deducted or whatever from this journey is that there is in some way still a level of shame, like I have failed at eating like a person because if I because I've just been so body shamed so systematically for most of my life, that even though intellectually I can know that that was not right to do, and but it came from so many different sources that I'm like, there must be something to that. There must be some grain of truth, like some accountability that I can take. And the accountability is that I allowed it to affect me so much. But I was like 4. What are you gonna do? But um, and so I think I would like to just take the shame out of it. I'm just really trying to get past that part of it. Um, I I would ideally like to shed pounds, but I will be fine if I can just be totally at peace with everything I'm eating. And I've come a long way with the food fear. Like I used to be just like I could not sit in a room with pizza. Like, you know what I mean? Or like I can't go there. There's going to be cupcakes there. No. Or like I'm not entitled to these foods. So I've come a long way with that. And now I kind of say, if it's truly something I want, I will never restrict myself as long as my body tolerates it well. Um, and like I'm not gonna go eating like ghost peppers or anything, but like I just want to feel joyful and easy around it. And like kind of like you said, the people in the book were like, food doesn't run my life. And I'm like, oh, that sounds nice. It's like I'm doing this experiment where I just keep cake in the house and I just neutralize it. And it's kind of working because I'm like, I want a little cake. I don't really want a little cake. I'll do that later because it's right there for me. And I've had this cake in my freezer since then. And now it's starting to taste gross like freezer. And I have to throw it out because I didn't eat
yeah. Hey, you got to
it.
celebrate those
Yeah.
wins. What you're saying is that you would like more of that. You would like more
Yeah.
of not judging your
Yes.
food and having more
And
food
then you judge it in your hand and then you eat the judgment. Like you put
Yeah.
bad shit on your food and then you eat it. And you
Well,
eat
yeah. So
so
Abraham says it's not about the food. So whatever you're eating, your vibration trumps any kind of
yeah.
nutrition. So of course the scientists are not there yet. This is like really like leading edge stuff. However, when you really study what Abraham says about food, it's like it's about the vibration.
Right.
And so I have personally been thanking my food, even I might use the word blessing my food,
Sure.
just
Yeah.
before I eat it. And I am, if I eat something that I think, oh, I shouldn't have eaten,
Yeah.
over the years now, I have learned how on this journey of writing the book and having Abraham weight loss coaches. I don't call it weight loss anymore. I call it, if you want to release pounds, but
Sure.
I have learned to soothe myself in the practicing. So it was, for me, it was a matter of soothing myself. I'd
Yeah.
have a thing where I would eat something and then I would feel, I go, oh, there's that. It's like slowing down time. What am I thinking about what I just ate? And I'm starting to go down that spiral down with all those negative thoughts, like, you ate all of that, you're never going to lose weight, you're always going to be fat, and then I, okay, stop. And how can I soothe myself? How can I feel better? And then over time, oh, I still have to I don't like to even say have to, but I still soothe myself sometimes and say, okay, all right, you ate that. It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Like
It's not about the food.
I did a lot better about it, but then this last week, like that project that was due, and I stress ate because I was in the class and I worked all the way up until the class, and then the class was happening and I was eating, and I'm like, okay, just eat, like, because it was like 8 o'clock. I was really
Yeah.
hungry, and I ordered like Thai food because I knew I didn't have time to cook anything. And then I'm like stress eating this pad Thai. And then at the end of class, I'm like, I finished the whole thing. I like barely even remember it. And like, I felt really kind of bad about that because I'm like, I didn't need to eat that much. I just wasn't paying attention and I was like
Yeah.
stressed out. I was eating.
So it's like, again, a matter of like, something like that does happen, like soothing ourselves and just say, well, maybe that was the path of least resistance for me,
Right.
or totally pivoting, just thinking of something else. But anyway, if would you like to do another process on this?
Sure.
Okay, great. I think this is the best use of our time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love this.
Okay, so the feeling is that you want to have more freedom around food, would you say? And what would you say the emotion is? Like, is it the frustration, or?
It's mistrust.
Yeah.
It's like betrayal. Like I feel like my food is going to betray me and change my body.
Right. So it's like mistrust of food.
Yeah. Like what are you gonna
body?
I also I've had some issues with IBD. So there are times when my digestive system is very inflamed and I literally can't trust the food. So there is that, but I honestly don't think that's the biggest thing.
Well, what is the most dominant concern right now?
Right now, it's like I want to be at peace with my body. Like, and I want that to be a fun food experience.
Okay. How could you look at things differently the next time you're judging your food, or judging yourself, or judging your body? How can you look at it differently?
I feel like it's like as long as I eat from this inner wisdom, I can't really go wrong. And then there will be times because I'm not perfect that I won't eat from the inner wisdom. And then I just return back to it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So it's
Yes.
like not even about the food. Like, so the inner wisdom, kind of like I don't make plans anymore. Like I just I let things come to me. Like this whole thing, came to me and I didn't plan for it. I let it be brought to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then if it comes back around, then fine. Like, so that's the way with the food. Like I don't have to plan in advance that I'm going to eat this salad and that thing. And then I don't and feel upset. It's like my inner wisdom wanted a cheeseburger. My inner wisdom is going to get a fucking cheeseburger. Like, who am I to say no? And then if my inner wisdom wasn't listened to and I ate something else, it's like I can still like return back and do it again.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Just rinse and repeat, and there's nothing wrong here. There's nothing serious going on. I ate that and it didn't, and I
yeah, and like guess what? Like the worst I ever ate was like a chicken parmesan. Like I never ate like razor blades. Like it's just food.
It's just food. It's
not
just
that I ate rocks. I ate actual food.
Yeah. So you're lightening up about it, so to speak. You're just being more easy about it, realizing, taking some of the charge out of it. It's not nothing serious going on here. It's okay if I get wobbly in my vibration, if I get out of the vortex, if I get out of alignment, about anything, not only food, anything. It's okay. I can come back. I can return. I know I can go within. Maybe I could take a few moments, just breathe and just feel, tune back into myself, and just soothing ourselves and knowing that contrast is not the enemy, right? There's nothing wrong with contrast. We came here to experience. It's not, this too shall pass, and I can get back into alignment. I'm just using the tools in my toolbox to get back into alignment, find my steady whenever it is. that I can. It could, sometimes it takes longer than other times, but as I practice this, I get better and better and better at it. Yeah. And I keep on getting more and more relaxed about my food. More as I practice, I learn to start to trust my body and trust my food. And things will continue to get better and unfold. Very good. So when you're ready, Stephanie, can open your eyes.
That was so good.
It was. It really
That's
was.
like how I run the rest of my life. People like, oh, I'm going to be in town. Are you going to do this? Can we do this? And I'm like, let's just see. I don't know who I'm going to be on that day. Let's check back. Or like, if I make a plan, I don't feel like I have to, like I can observe what's best
So
for me.
you're saying that's how you want to be with your food.
Yeah. And that's how I
Yeah.
am with pretty much everything else.
Yeah. So yeah.
Not that I never make a plan. I'm just saying I try to be honoring where I am at.
Yeah. And for some people, planning feels good, but it's all about what feels good to you. And we are all different. So it's about finding what feels good to you. About if planning doesn't feel good, then yeah, don't do it. If planning does feel, somebody else was like, well, planning feels good to me. That
Well,
really
planning feels good to me in that like I plan to have a day off today. And if I didn't plan that, I might have worked. So um I have to plan for that. But as far as like who I follow and who I listen to and all these things, I kind of just wait for spirit to bring it into my life, and then it connects with me and I go, oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
I don't drive myself crazy like looking for answers to something, and I go, okay, I put it out to the universe, this is what I want the answer to, and I wait for the answer. And then I'll see it and go, oh, that was the answer to that thing I was talking about.
Yeah. So you know how to do it in other areas of your life is what I hear you saying. So why can't I do this with my food as well? Why does it have to be like this way when I know how to do this?